So hi everybody and welcome to Empire Legacy. So today we have Mr. Onkana, who is actually the president of Association des Jeunes Linguistes du Congo. So he will inform us about his center. And then we will have the lesson of the day. But the lesson is talking about part of body. So after that we'll jump on our panel on Congolese culture. And the question is to know if Congolese are proud of their culture or not. But before claiming on those activities, I will give the floor to my friend MX, and I will come back to you. So MX, how are you today?
Very fine, Fils.
I'm so glad to see you, bro.
Yeah, the same to me, bro. Salut à toutes et à toutes, bienvenue à l'émission Empire Legacy. Et aujourd'hui, une fois de plus, nous avons reçu le président Okana qui vient parler une fois de plus de son centre. Et ensuite, nous allons diffuser ou nous allons projeter une vidéo du cours d'aujourd'hui qui s'institue sur les parties du corps humain. Et ensuite, nous allons terminer avec notre débat du jour qui va se faire en anglais. Entre-temps, je remets la parole à Fils pour la suite. Fils, the floor is back to you.
Okay, so
Hi.
President. Okay, so you will help us, okay? Because President will speak in French and you are going to help us, okay? So President, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Okay.
So can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah.
In French, feel free.
Okay.
In French.
Bien. Je suis Monsieur Général Liberlin Ankana, président de l'Association des jeunes linguistes du Congo, AJLC en sigle. Voilà un peu le terme de présentation.
Okay, so we will know more about your center. Okay, so you are going to give us the whole program of your center, how things are going there. So for that we need Sarah to help us to translate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are waiting for the all information about your center. What is the information that you have right now?
Bien.
Sarah.
Les informations que nous avons aujourd'hui,
Informations that we have today,
c'est que nous avons déjà démarré avec
we have already started with
notre programme d'activité
our program of activities
intitulé les ateliers de formation
named by
professionnelle en langue étrangère et africaine.
professional. Oh, pardon.
Les ateliers de formation professionnelle en langue étrangère. et
Yes,
africaine.
we are already started with the training in professional linguistics.
Ok. Maintenant, donc les formations ont commencé comme je l'ai souligné
Training.
dernièrement.
Trainings are already started, as I mentioned last day,
Ont commencé depuis le 15 juillet là, le vendredi dernier.
since the 15th of July.
Voilà. Donc nous sommes un peu là-dessus. On est en train de former ces jeunes gens qui s'intéressent quand même aux langues étrangères et africaines par rapport au projet que nous avons au sein de l'État.
So we are working on it and training young
Qui s'intéressent, je disais, aux
who
langues
are interested in modern foreign languages
et africaines.
and African languages.
Yeah. So today I don't have many questions to ask to you because we've been receiving you here for many times. But I just want to know what can you say to young people who are watching you right now about all you do and
Okay,
only a message that you can give to them.
Il dit aujourd'hui il n'a pas assez de questions à vous poser. Comme vous êtes déjà passé ici maintes fois, il aimerait savoir quel message avez-vous aux jeunes qui veulent apprendre les langues étrangères.
Merci beaucoup pour votre question.
Thank you so much for the question.
Avant de parler des langues étrangères,
Before talking about foreign languages,
je voudrais parler de la jeunesse et développement.
I would like to talk about the
Youth and
youth and development.
Je voudrais faire savoir aux jeunes
I would like to let know to young
que la vie, la naissance d'un homme
life or the birth of a man
marque une valeur ajoutée à l'univers.
shows a value to the world.
Et l'accomplissement de sa mission
and the accomplishment of his mission,
qui n'est autre que son avenir,
which is
His future.
his future,
et constitue ou passe par les différents foyers d'éducation,
constitute different ways of education,
parmi lesquels figure la formation scolaire ou encore l'école.
among them we have please?
School training.
The school training, yes.
D'où le thème jeunesse et développement.
The reason why we have the theme young youth and development, excuse me.
Alors, au sujet de la jeunesse,
Concerning the youth,
la jeunesse est un temps, sinon une période,
the youth is a period
compris entre la naissance et la maturité.
between the birth and the majority, which
Et c'est un moment de mise en forme, sinon de la formation.
is the moment of the training.
Maintenant, il n'y a pas de développement pour un jeune sans au préalable se faire former dans
So,
un secteur d'activité.
There is no development for a youth without being educated,
Parce que le développement, c'est le résultat d'une formation apprise.
because the development is the result of a training that we occur.
C'est donc la raison pour laquelle
That is why
nous, au sein de l'AJLC,
we in our association,
nous faisons appel aux jeunes
we call all young
qui jusqu'alors semblent être à la marge
who are not informed,
pour qu'ils s'intéressent quand même, qu'ils sachent
so that they being interested
qu'il n'y a pas de vie sans avenir
and know that there is no life without,
et il n'y a
The
pas
future.
d'avenir sans formation.
and there is no future without training.
Car tout homme sans éducation ou sans instruction n'est qu'une bête de somme, disait Georges Sand.
Because no man without being education is lost.
Aujourd'hui, nous voyons des réalités à Brazzaville et un peu partout dans le monde.
Today we face realities in all the world.
Des jeunes qui se lancent dans des mouvements, des activités qui n'ont aucune importance.
Youngs who are leading different movements which are not
Par
sense.
exemple, qui exercent la violence juvénile.
For example, who have juvenile delinquency.
Tout cela, c'est parce que ces jeunes-là ne sont pas passés par un foyer de formation quelconque.
All that because no young has been trained.
D'où la GLC est là pour aider ces jeunes gens,
The reason why the association is here to help those youngs
pour se faire former dans de différents types d'activités,
to be trained in different activities,
en langue,
in
en
languages,
informatique,
in
et bien
computer science and so on.
Parce que je le rappelle, nous ne sommes pas seulement une organisation de jeunes linguistes,
We are not only the linguists organization younger,
mais notre association concerne ou regroupe
But
tous les
our-
jeunes intellectuels.
but our association includes all intellectual young men.
Et nous formons également des jeunes dans tous les secteurs d'activité. Mais pour l'instant, nous commençons par rapport à notre feuille de route. On a commencé d'abord avec les langues étrangères et africaines.
And we train there in different activities or different training of language.
Okay, so President, I'm wondering, it's because you're talking about you are training people. So we want to know the age. Which age that somebody can come? Do you have a number, or anyone can come to come to your center?
Il veut savoir, vous formez les jeunes à partir de quel âge et avez-vous un contact pour cela?
Ok. Donc nous formons de 5 ans jusqu'aux vieilles personnes.
The training is from 5 years old
5 years.
till older people. Yeah.
De 5 ans jusqu'aux vieilles personnes. Et les contacts sont les suivants.
And the contact are the following:
06
06
946
946
0018.
0018
06
06
946
946
0018.
0018
Et 05
05
623
623
08
08
58.
58.
Je réitère 05
I repeat again: 05
623
623
08
08
58.
5 and 8.
So don't you have any address or something like that?
Avez-vous une adresse mail?
Or
Une adresse
street address
physique,
or anything?
là où le centre est situé?
Bien, merci beaucoup.
Thank you for
L'adresse, oui, nous en avons.
We have the
Voilà,
address.
nos ateliers sont situés notamment
We are located
en face de la gendarmerie de Manyanga,
at Manyanga, near the
à l'école
camp,
hollandais Savane.
at Hollandais Savane School. Yes.
Et à Massingo,
Also at Masingo,
à l'arrêt Jackson,
at Jackson bus stop,
à l'école hollandais Savane toujours,
at Savane, École Hollandais Savane too.
et à
Yes.
Trois Poteaux,
Trois Poteaux also, which quarter?
à l'école hollandais Savane,
The same site.
au rond-point de Mikalou,
Mikalo, rond-point de Mikalo, yes.
Mekal roundabout. Okay.
au rond-point de Mikalou,
Mhm.
dans l'immeuble de l'hypermarché,
In the town of
au premier niveau.
hypermarket.
Oui, à la fondation Gatson Béré.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Nettement.
Okay. So
Merci beaucoup d'être
I just going to give you maybe a phrase, like a last word. Okay.
Quel
If
est
you can
votre
say like a
dernier mot?
phrase. Yeah, like a last word. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It can be in Spanish or any language that you
No,
use.
whatever the language.
Whatever the
that
language
you
that you
feel.
feel
Yeah,
free.
feel free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's better to do it maybe in Spanish because we have some families that are watching. Okay, so you can invite them.
In Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, there's a camera there and give them the last one.
Bueno, entonces lo que voy a decir a la gente que no está siguiendo la emisión es que venga para aprender la lengua extranjera, porque nosotros tenemos todos los idiomas extranjeros y africanos también, como inglés, español, francés, lingala, quechua, hausa, swahili, bambara, peul y otro. Es importante para esta gente que aprende esta lengua, porque sin una lengua cada uno no puede trabajar. Nosotros no podemos trabajar porque cuando se trata del trabajo se trata de la lengua extranjera, porque sin lengua no podemos trabajar. Entonces, aquellos que quieran trabajar en la empresa extranjera que están aquí en el Congo, mismo al meterlo, por ejemplo, de los asuntos, se necesita también lengua, porque sin lengua no hay trabajo. Y lengua también conocimiento, lengua y viaje, y lengua y todo se progresiva. En la relación diplomática entre los países del mundo se necesita también lengua. Entonces estamos aquí para formar a la gente que quiere aprender y hablar correctamente la lengua extranjera.
Muchas gracias, presidente.
Okay.
Muchas gracias por tu tiempo.
Okay.
Te veo a la próxima.
Okay.
Okay, so vale. So now we done with the president. So he spoke about his center, his organization. That was great. So now we will have a video. But that video, it's a lesson. Okay, so we're going to learn some part of body, human being body. So for that, I will give the floor to MX, and I will come back to you later. So MX, you have back the floor.
Yeah, Président, premièrement, j'aimerais vous remercier une fois de plus pour votre présence ici, sur notre plateau, dans nos plateaux.
C'est à moi de vous remercier.
Et là, nous allons aller pour la vidéo du cours d'aujourd'hui. La vidéo concerne les parties du corps humain. Ensuite, nous allons revenir pour notre débat du jour.
The head.
The head.
The eyes.
The eyes.
The nose.
The nose.
The ears.
The ears.
The hair.
The hair.
The nose.
The nose.
The hair.
The hair.
The eyes.
The eyes.
The head.
The head.
The ears.
The ears.
The mouth.
The mouth.
The lips.
The lips.
The tongue.
The tongue.
The teeth.
The teeth.
The chin.
The chin.
The teeth.
The teeth.
The lips.
The lips.
The tongue.
The tongue.
Eh bien, nous sommes de retour sur ce plateau. Nous allons commencer avec notre débat. Et le débat va se faire que en anglais. So, please, the floor is to you to introduce the debate.
Okay, thank you so much. So before move to the debates, we have to let Christina to introduce herself. Okay?
Okay.
Christina, you have the floor and tell us who you are, and then we'll keep on.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Christina, also known as Bleeding Heart. I'm so happy to be here. I'm a student at Naingwabi University, and I can stop by there.
So we'll give Sarah also the
Thank
floor.
you so much for
You're
the
welcome.
floor. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dominique Sarah Mikungi. That's all I can say.
That's all.
Yeah.
So we this is a panel, okay? So we can make it a debate. It's depend on you. Okay, that depend on you. So the question is why Congolese people are not proud of their culture, especially when they go abroad. Why they are not proud? So let's define culture first, okay? Let's define culture. What is culture? Culture is the way of life for entire society. Such can be a religion,
Dances,
it can be language, so many things.
Yes.
Okay, we have in culture. So each country have its own culture. So in Congo also we have our own culture. So we notice that the majority of people, they don't care about our culture. Okay? So why Congolese people are not proud about their culture, especially when they go abroad? Why? So we're going to go first or claim first for the first question. Okay? So we have to know first of all, and Congolese are proud of the culture or not? As Congolese we are we proud about our culture or not? So you are free to say what you want to say. So we'll start with, Krishna. Are we proud about our culture?
I think that most of Congolese people are not proud of their culture.
Are not proud of the culture?
Yes.
So are you sharing the same? What are you saying? Are we proud about our culture?
As I think I'm going to smoke the same cigarette.
Oh, do you know the name of that cigarette?
No, she said, yes, not all Congolese are proud of their culture. There are some who are proud, but another one, they don't. They are not proud.
So for you, the majority are not proud?
Yes.
For you?
No, not the majority, because I am a Congolese and I am proud of my culture.
You're proud?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about being proud of your culture. So first of all, do you really think that Congolese people really know their culture? Because we grew up in the city,
Yeah.
so we never know really how it's happened. So your father, your parents didn't teach you how to behave, how to, to be in your culture. I mean, to dress like people in your, in your community or in your country or in your, part of where you come from, yeah, ethnic and so on. So, if they never taught you that, do you really think that it's can be you can know it if you has never been taught about it?
No. I think that
No.
you can't, because
Yes.
because myself, I've never been in village, and my father has never been taught me about my culture. But how I am supposed to know it if himself he doesn't know? I'm not supposed to know. As far as I'm concerned, I know nothing about my culture.
So if
Nothing.
I got you, you say it's not the fault of Congolese, especially young. It's not their fault if they don't know how to behave, how to act like in people of their country used to do.
Yes, I can say
because of the parents.
Yes.
Yes.
So are you blaming parents?
Yes, I'm blaming parents
Not
because
children.
Not children.
not
So
children.
Sarah, are you also blaming parents?
So I am not blaming parents. I am the proof for myself.
Okay.
You see, because when I started, I told you that I am a Congolese and I am proud of my culture.
Okay.
Yes.
How I have been born in a family, and my father and my mom often taught me in our mother tongues. The reason why, even today, when you come in our house, we often speak our mother tongue with our parents.
Okay.
And I don't know that complex, because I have been born with the language I can say. And when I am outside, I can learn other language, but my mother tongue is the priority because I have been taught by my father.
But why you say Congolese people, they don't, they are not proud of their culture?
So I am telling
listen,
okay.
yeah, because you say at home you talk with your parents in your mother tongue. So maybe other Congolese also at their home they talk with their parents in their mother tongue. So once you travel abroad, you forget everything. It become like you are a country born of that country.
It's what
Can I
what is
answer?
that?
Yeah, you change even your accent, your way of dressing, everything.
This is what concerning, as far as I am concerned, I will say that this is the question of complex.
complex?
Yes, because we want to imitate other persons. When we travel somewhere, we change all things by saying that I don't believe to any country. I do not have my culture. I arrived somewhere. I am going not to be obliged, but I am going to show to them that I belong to the culture by forgetting mine. This is the problem of complex, and sometimes we are ashamed. You know, even here, I have friends when they say, the simple example, when we're talking about Larry, for example, when there is Larry somewhere,
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you will see, no, I dislike that language. Why? They are like this, they are like that. And when there is a Larry person there, you will say, me too, I dislike that language.
Yeah, you don't need to cut name. So
This is the problem.
Krishna,
Complex.
are you sharing that why people when they go as the bird they don't like Congolese people, they forget about the culture?
No,
I mean,
think that
we're not talking about one person. We're talking about the majority
Yeah.
of people. Okay. So the majority are when they going out of Congo, it's like they don't care about their culture. It's like okay, they have to change.
They
the way
change
we live in.
everything.
So everything got changed. So
I
why
think-
that?
I think it is not the problem complex as she said, because, for example, if that person did 30 years abroad, this is normal that you forget some things.
I don't think so.
Yes, this is my point of view. I
Okay,
think that
you're free.
yes.
I don't think so.
But we see people like West Africa. When they came in Congo,
Yeah.
they living the same like as they were like in Senegal, something like that. So why only Congolese people they have to change?
But is it a sin to integrate yourself in the country where you're living?
Is it what?
Is it a sin to integrate yourself in the country where you're living? For example, you go to US, and you go to US to live for 10, 15 years. Don't you think that you will be obliged to integrate yourself in that community? Sometimes you can behave also, your behavior, your habit will become like American citizen.
Yes.
But
yes.
yes, it is possible. But saying that forget the culture, I don't.
Not
I-
So
forget,
you
not
can
forget the
behave
culture.
like that, you
Because
can
she said
dress like
someone
that,
can
but
be
not.
abroad for maybe
30
15
years.
or 40 years and change all things. It's possible.
Yes,
But
change
the
many things, but
culture,
not forget totally
don't
the
be-
culture, no.
No, I don't.
Not forget
we
totally
can't
the
forget
culture,
because
but-
we have been born with it.
Yes.
How it's possible? First talk about Senegalese people. When they come, even here, their children speak the language. They are even school where they go. They create some school to teach the mother tongue to their children. They are not ashamed. The reason why I am saying this is the complex problem, and we are sometimes ashamed. We don't want to assume our culture, and we see that we are down than others, and we have to show this we don't have culture. Nuts.
Yeah.
So what is preventing Congolese people to be proud of the culture? So why we not proud? What is the thing that not allow us to be proud? Like I'm Congolese, I have to be proud about being Congolese. So why we don't lack, or why? What is the thing are preventing Congolese to be proud?
Proud of being Congolese.
No, of the culture. Okay.
Because
Proud of.
I'm proud of being Congolese.
So I think that's question joined to the first one that we are
Okay.
discussing.
Yes, this is the same.
This is
quite
the same question.
thing.
Yes,
Yes,
the same thing.
just
But-
like she said, just as she
Because
she
I
said,
have my two arguments already said. Complex.
So
and,
you talk about.
sometimes also our fathers, our parents are wrong in what they do. You see, in those households, there are parents who give birth, but they don't talk to the mother tongue to their children. And when the
I am the proof.
he doesn't know his grandmother or his grandfather, it's impossible to the child to know quite well what is his culture. But when you have been taught in the household by your father, explaining that this is I am from, for example, Congo village. I am, for example, I am from Makwa, I am from this. And sometimes you will see the son or the daughter will be interested by what you're saying.
Yes.
I starting at the beginning, myself, I don't know how to speak my mother tongue, But what did my father do? He went to the market, he paid some cassette.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he brings it home, we started to follow, and with time, we started to have this love of the parts of our mother, because in our household, we speak only the language of the father.
Okay.
You see?
Lady,
Okay.
what you can say?
I think that Congolese people are sometimes ashamed to are ashamed of their own
Yes.
culture. Yes, this is the. I can't explain that because myself, as I said, I've never been taught about my culture. I don't know how to speak my mother tongue because my father has never taught me in my mother tongue. So I don't know to speak Makwa or Mboshi, or I don't know. So about it, I can say that he thinks that he thought that it was not important to teach me. I mean.
So what can be,
So-
I mean, the job that the government, or I think because it's also the duty of the government to
Exactly.
work on that
Issue.
domain, on that issue, so that people may learn the culture,
Yes.
so that we can promote and keep save our culture for the next generation. So what can be for you? Because if I try to analyze, sometimes people don't want to keep those things, that culture, because sometimes it's bringing a kind of division between us. Because when you come somewhere, yeah, so you're speaking another mother tongue, I'm speaking another mother tongue, so we start to join together, group by group. You see, it's kind of a division. So how to teach people that mother tongues cannot be a tools, or something that can push people to be divided. What can we do in order to
Because I mean,
push
yes,
people to
because
learn?
the
In
way
order to
the way of not protecting their language,
Yeah.
you will getting away from that. Okay, because the more you speaking Lingala, you like
Yes,
Lingala is not good, something like that.
Thank you for the question. I think when we give birth, the first environment of a child is home.
yes.
Father, mother, or the family.
Yeah.
First of all, we have to teach our mother tongues to children home before going outside facing
At school,
other mother
yes.
tongues. And for the government, I think we are already the Minister of Arts. And to make sensibilization to Congolese people by having some ceremonies. Yes. Sometimes I watch DRTV. There is an emission with I forget Mbodele la.
something
You
like
see,
this.
sometimes the guy often travel to different districts or locality to promote different culture. That is already a good sensibilization to Congolese people. And I think, as I say, home, medias, if someone has a good volunteers, can start having different emission like the guy of TLTV often do.
You're talking about Kokonova, like
Yes, and I appreciate that emission.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, lady?
Okay, I think that the government, as she said, has to mobilize. The first thing is to encourage people to love the culture. Because I think that Congolese people are not interested in their own culture. So
Yes.
the government has to, act to react to something
as
like
a young people that we are, and we know the problem. We know the problem that our parents are responsible for that. Okay,
Yeah.
so what can we do right now with the power that we have as young, okay? Like people are not doing this, but we know the problem.
Oh, yes.
So let us fix this. So how can we fix it? We are blaming parents. What is the thing that's young as we can do to fix the problem?
Just by asking to be taught.
Okay.
The language, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Parents have
Encourage
to
people to
Encourage people, encourage their children.
Fils, I just want to come back a little bit in one of the causes, because you were giving the causes. Sometimes people feel like speaking in your mother tongue sometimes can make people to reject you somewhere. And
because
sometimes,
there are some places you can speak in
sometimes also it's a kind of it's raising up tribalism inside.
This is Congolese mind.
No, listen up. So I'm talking about way of thinking of people, and maybe we can explain and give the solution about this issue. So people think like this. Some think it will be rejected by people. Some think is a kind of way to encourage tribalism and to divide people. And there are so many saying going around this topic. So we just need to let people know that speaking in your mother tongue is not a kind of tribalism. It's just respecting and recognizing your culture.
Yes.
And then you must be also, you must have the tolerance when your friend is talking his mother tongue. But we have to know also where you have to talk in your mother tongue. It's not anyhow. That's what people, sometimes we go somewhere and say nobody can speak in his mother tongue.
It is also possible. You can learn your friend's mother tongue.
Because
so maybe with what the president was here say, maybe we need to learn, because Congolese, we are Congolese. It's not the culture. Our culture is not limited only on my mother tongue. So I must learn also the mother tongue of other ethnic groups of my country.
Yes, of
So
course.
I can learn also other.
Thank you so much thank you so much because of the time. So if I get you, it's like we don't need to forget who we are. Yeah, because if we forget the past, we cannot know where we are going. That is the solution. So we have to push people to learn. I mean, Lingala, Kituba, whatever. It's very important. So I will give you last word. Okay, just a phrase. We are running out of time. Okay, you will start. Okay, say something like a phrase, and it can be a message.
Okay, to finish, I'm going to say that this is very important to teach our children or around the.
You are a child. Okay, let's go.
Very important for you to be taught.
Okay. But the mother tongue, or to initiate them to know the culture.
Okay.
Because
Sarah?
Yes, as the last word I can say, please parents, do your best to teach your children your mother tongue, and let them value those mother tongue. I think that's right.
Okay, thank you so much. It's all for the day. So we are running out of time, so we have to respect time. So I'm happy and glad to have you today, okay? Yes, I'm very happy. So it was nice, but we can call it a day. We have some days we did with that. So we are at the end of today's show. That's why I want to thank everybody who are watching this program. Thank you so much for your time. We are going to meet next Tuesday at the same time and same channel. But please don't forget to follow us on Facebook or YouTube. If you type Empire Legacy, you will see all details about the Empire Legacy. So keep safe. You know I love you all. MX, do you have a last word?
Yes. Merci à tous ceux qui nous ont suivis à la maison, et aussi merci aux dames qui sont sur ce plateau. Merci aussi au président qui était là. Donc nous sommes à la fin de notre émission. Continuez à nous suivre et surtout à nous contacter pour ceux qui voudront nous sponsoriser pour continuer nos émissions. Contactez-nous au numéro que vous avez vu pendant notre vidéo du coup. Nous sommes pratiquement à la fin de notre cours d'aujourd'hui, et tous ceux qui voudront aussi participer à l'émission, on a besoin des amis. Appelez-nous, venez, on va discuter sur des différents topics ou des différents sujets ici sur ce plateau concernant la jeunesse, la société en général. Donc, contactez-nous pour participer à l'émission. Nous sommes à la fin. À nous revoir au prochain numéro. D'ici là, portez-vous bien. Bye bye.
Bye.
So-